It's not about what they think of us. It's about how we agree with what they're thinking about us. It's actually us rejecting ourselves and judging ourselves and them reflecting that back to us. You need to validate your own self. Okay, so I'm playing this new game that instead of overthinking my content, I want to speak through my soul. I already have all the messages within me. I'm just drawing one topic and I'm going to talk about that topic on the spot. This is the second time I do it and I was stressed, but now I'm better. I think I've got this. It's not the judgment of others that actually bother you. This is a good one. This is about projection. Because oftentimes we're so focused on what is the other person gonna say about me? Am I gonna be loved? Are they gonna judge me? And we're so scared about what other people think of us, but we don't realize that it's not about what they think of us. It's about how we agree with what they're thinking about us. So it's actually not the fear of them rejecting us or judging us. It's actually us rejecting ourselves and judging ourselves and them reflecting that back to us through their judgment or their rejection. There's a little cat that wants to join. Do you want to show yourself to the camera? Hi. So when you're afraid that someone is going to judge you or that someone is going to reject you if you do X, Y, and Z, you have to ask yourself, where am I judging myself? Where am I rejecting myself? Where am I agreeing with that rejection? And it's not even like you're scared that it will happen and it didn't even happen yet. You're scared that something will happen because it's living within you. And it might not even happen. And the thing is, even if it doesn't truly happen, you might perceive it as if it happened. Because sometimes when we're so scared that something is gonna happen, we're so scared of being judged that we're gonna see through the lens of that. So that we're gonna perceive judgment. We're gonna perceive rejection where it's not even there because we're seeing through that lens. When we're seeing through the lens of love, we're gonna see love in places that other people don't necessarily see love. And it's the same thing when we're seeing through the lens of fear, we're gonna see fear. Life is gonna reflect back to us fear in places where fear is not necessarily there. It doesn't need to be there. It can be there if you choose that it's there, but it doesn't need to be there. And to free yourself from that lens, you have to go look within. What fears are behind this? If I'm scared someone is gonna judge me if I speak my truth, what fears are behind this? Maybe I was rejected when I was younger for speaking my truth. Maybe I was told that I'm crazy when I spoke my truth. Maybe I was told that it was too much and I'm scared that if I speak my truth, I won't be loved. And this is a visceral human need that we always search for love, because as children, if we were not loved, we would literally die because we need to be cared for, because we can't take care of ourselves. So everything that reflected back to us that I won't be loved if I do this becomes visceral, it becomes survival. So then we're always in a survival state as long as we don't address that within us, as long as we don't look at these fears. Where did we create stories around I won't be loved if someone judges me? So whenever you're scared about what someone else is gonna say about you or how they're gonna perceive you, what is it triggering inside of you? What wound, what fear is it triggering inside of you? What story is coming out from this? Is it a story of I am not safe, I am not loved, there's something wrong with me, I'm not enough? Just as I go through this too, especially now, it's with my YouTube channel. There's so much fears that come up with creating content. And this is why I'm doing this challenge, to get out of my head and into my heart. Instead of overthinking all the content and being like, oh, how are people going to receive that? Is it too much? If I talk about these spiritual stuff, are they going to find it's woohoo? Are people going to see the video? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to write hate comments? Blah, 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 blah. But those are not about, it's not even actually about what happens on the external. It's about the stories that are living inside of me that are blocking my way. Because nobody needs to agree with your truth or see your truth for it to be true, for it to be valid. But you need to validate your own self. You need to anchor yourself in your truth and know that you don't need other people's approval for that truth. So this is something I'm currently working on, liberating myself through sharing my voice on the internet, a really wild place. And I've been working on this for years, where I had another channel before where sometimes I wouldn't post for months. Very often, actually. I was really having trouble being consistent, and it's because I had blockages and fears and stories that were keeping me back. It's not because there's a possibility of being judged. It's because of how I perceive that judgment to me, what it means about me. If people judge me, it means that it's true that I have nothing to share. It's true that my truth is not valued. It's true that X, Y, and Z, whatever stories live inside of me. And now I feel like I've liberated so much layers of that, but there's still some stuff that I feel that block my way. But looking within, releasing the stories, allowing them to be heard, allowing them to be seen, is where you liberate yourself, and you can walk in this world feeling more safe, feeling more empowered, feeling like you have your place, and not feeling like the external world is a threat anymore. Because when we're always scared, will they do this, will they do that? We're always in survival mode. The world is always a threat. But when we liberate ourselves from that, we walk with confidence. We empower ourselves. And life becomes that much more easy. It's not because the external thing can't happen, but it's because it doesn't hold power over us anymore. Because we faced it within. So whatever happens on the outside, it's like, well, it's okay. I already faced that demon. I'm good. One last thing. Always remember this. The external world is a mirror to the internal world. Whatever you perceive on the outside reflects something on the inside. Always. There's no exception. So whatever pain and suffering you're seeing on the outside, it's because you're viewing through that lens. This is powerful. This is a way to deep self-awareness, deep ability to see within by observing what you see without. So this is my message, our message to you today. Be like a cat. Just don't give a fuck. They don't care if you like them or if they're too much or if they're too loud or if they're in the way. They just take their place and they're cute and we love them. Yeah. Bye bye. Okay, I need to close the camera.